good characters never die. They just get reimagined.
When you guys started, when it got sent to your company, what was the goal there when you first got it?
For us, well, so Marvel was in like chapter 11 at the time, which is hard to believe. But 20 years ago they were there, and this was before they got bought by Disney. So for us, Joe Quesada and I were making our own comics and doing our own thing. And the head of Marvel said, you know, for two guys with next to no money, that's sure making a lot of noise, you know, for putting out their own books and everything. And they set up a meeting, and we went up there, and they said, we'd love for you guys to produce comics for us. And we've been longtime Marvel fans, DC and Marvel. So the idea that we'd be able to work in a place where Stan Lee is, that was like super cool. And we figured out, for us, it was just like a chance to work on their books and for us to say, here's how we can do it better. So we went up there, they said, you know, we're looking for you guys to kind of grab a couple of books and make it your own, own them. And by the time we were done maneuvering the deal, we actually had the penthouse of the building, and 4 books that, honestly, 2 of them were being canceled at the time. I think Daredevil and Punisher were going to be canceled, and nobody was doing Black Panther. So we wanted Black Panther, and Inhumans was the other one that nobody wanted. So we picked some weird titles at the time that turned out pretty good.
So what did you learn from that whole process? I mean, it's a very unique situation, doing it for Marvel, but Marvel's not really Marvel.
I learned a couple of things. 1, money's great. 2, next time I do it, I should own a percentage of something, or at least, you know, be involved with anything I created. My name should be in it. I learned these little lessons. That's how, life is a big learning curve until you fall off the cliff and die. So
it's optimistic.
Yeah. So, but at the time it was just fun, and it was exciting, and it actually, in the process, working on all the characters and being out there with them and having so much success, I actually got the brand myself.
Right. What are you working on now in that?
Right now, Painkiller Jane with Jessica Chastain, and you know, in the script stage, we're in that, and then we have the Pro, which is a book Garth Ennis, Amanda Conner, and I did for Image in 2001, and that's at Paramount, being developed at Paramount, and a whole lot of other little things. You know, I've been self-publishing through my company Paper Films for years, and the great thing about that is I have a lot of properties nobody cared about for a very long time. And then all of a sudden you do one thing, and then everybody's like, what else you got? And so that's kind of a good place to do. But I've never been about like the money. I've always been about, for me, it's always I want to create new things. So I do have a lot of properties that kind of died, or they didn't do very well. A lot of independent stuff that I just put out through other companies that I got the rights back to. I did a book for Warner Brothers for DC called The Monolith. And what happened is I got the rights back. The right version came back, and I actually sold it to Lionsgate, and we had it ready to go, and then Lionsgate changed hands and the whole thing fell through, but now we're out there again with it. So there's little things that I love. Jane was one of them, because Jane, we had a sci-fi movie.
Yep.
We had a sci-fi series that was 22 one-hour episodes. Mm-hmm. And then I got all the rights back, and now we have a feature film we're doing. It's funny because she's a character it's really tough to kill, and it makes sense that it keeps coming back. And I have SYFY to thank for that, though, because a lot of people, you're going to take credit for all that. Thank you.
On behalf of the network.
Well, you do owe me some money, though. You know that.
You know what?
All of a sudden, you're not. So
I'll tell you who to talk to.
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.